7 Deadly Sins confirmed for movie. The 7 Deadly Sins of Man have been confirmed to appear in DC Comics' upcoming movie, the mainline DCEU's only major live-action release of 2019, though Joaquin Phoenix's Joker movie will also release. Stars Zachary Levi as the titular hero. Shazam is secretly a young teenage boy, Billy Batson, played by Asher Angel, but when he says the magic word, Billy transforms into the incredibly powerful and adult Shazam, who has faced off against a number of mythical figures in the comics. Only one major villain has been announced for Billy to fight before now. Savannah, played by Mark Strong, the apparent main antagonist of Will Be Drive. A mad scientist type with serious superpowers, Savannah has been heavily featured in the promotional material for the movie. Evidently he will have some villainous backup from a septet of monstrous creatures, the 7 Deadly Sins, who have deep ties to lore. Screen Rant attended an editing bay preview of and a roundtable interview with the movie's director David F. Sandberg and producer Peter Safran followed. During the Q&A, Sandberg was asked if he was able to use his horror background at all in the DCEU's last major release was Aquaman, which was directed by James Wan, known for The Conjuring. Wan added a few horror touches to Aquaman, mainly in the monsters The Trench, who are receiving a spin-off. Sandberg was unsure what he could reveal, but Safran explained, I mean obviously these guys have read the comics. They know that the Sins are going to be some way involved in the story. But without revealing exactly how they're integrated into the storyline, I would that's probably as close as what James did with The Trench to really let David flex. To build those sequences that are scary and cool, that kind of. Sandberg continued by explaining that a lot of fun and effort went into designing the Sins. They can also be glimpsed as statues in a TV spot for In the Rock of Eternity set. The Sins, as their name suggests, are the personification of the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, greed, wrath, sloth, gluttony, and lust. In comic lore, the Sins were trapped and imprisoned by the wizard, also named Shazam, who gives Billy his powers. The Sins are kept in the wizard's home called the Rock of Eternity. However, since they're supervillains, the Sins have often escaped their stony prison to wreak havoc in the lives of DC's various heroes, but mainly Shazam. Since Safran and Sandberg are mentioning the Sins, it's likely that their appearance won't just be as statue cameos in the middle of the film. This is pure speculation, but it's much more plausible that the Sins will appear in the flesh. They'll somehow escape the wizard's control during the course of and end up attacking Billy or someone else. They could even move from the wizard's control to that of Dr. Savannah. In the comics, Savannah is an obsessive type who mixes together the worlds of magic and science. Savannah even gains his powers by breaking into a tomb that holds Shazam's eventual arch-nemesis, Black Adam. Black Adam won't appear in, but the movie could rework Savannah's origins to include the 7 deadly sins. Perhaps instead of breaking into Black Adam's tomb, Savannah will find his way into the lair of the Sins. The Sins could imbue Savannah with powers and corrupt him. The opposite could also be true, with Savannah somehow gaining control of the Sins and turning them into his army. No matter how they are included, it seems that the apparently colorful and family-friendly will have a few scares in store for the audience.